and this is extreme accuracy at the wick with a actual 10-point stop, and then had the same target, and you would have been risking about $100 for $1,700. All right, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is the first time that you're tuning in, my name is Lewis, and I am just simply documenting my trading journey. First and foremost, thank you so much for the amount of support that we've been getting on the Instagram and the YouTube channel. We just hit 1,130 on YouTube, and by the time this video is up, we'll probably be at 1,200 followers on Instagram. So the content that I have been posting, I know it's doing really well. I was doing this series of passing a 50K funded account, and actually all the executions from this week are gonna be in my Instagram. So make sure you go and follow me on Instagram at LewisVisuals_. The link is down in the description as well, and it popped up on the screen. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. Let's just head into this video. Honestly, there's a lot of things that I want to talk about. Yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. Like I said, let's head into the sponsor of this video, and then the Discord, and then from there we'll talk about everything else. All right, the sponsor of this video is Techtronix.com. As you can see, they are remodeling their website once again. This is actually, I've been told this is going to be the final remodel. They just didn't like how last time it would be a little bit confusing on how they can actually execute or how the actual website itself works. Like I said, if you're looking for the best quality PC with the best available parts in the market, make sure you go and check out Techtronix.com. Use my discount code LVFLIP for 10% off. As you see right there, once you get into the website, you have all this new stuff, but it's basically works the same. You can hit contact them if you want to get quotes on any parts or anything that you want to add to your build. They have free shipping of all products. They have a 1-year warranty on all their products as well. But like I said, you just hit shop now, and it brings you straight into my favorite setup, which is the Futures LV Flip, sitting at a cool $1,270 USD. I don't know if that is including tax, but like I said, it includes everything here with all the parts, and you could also see their other setups. You could also subscribe to their emails and just get notified whenever they have a sale or anything like that. But like I said, this is probably the best bang for your buck in terms of trading, editing, video work, photo work, 3D modeling, all that stuff. Honestly, if you head back into their website and you browse their collections, you can see everything in here. So all their setups ranging from not too expensive to you could get a crazy setup in here for almost $6,000. But go and check it out yourself if you're looking for something. They are the sponsor of this video. Thank you to Techtronix once again. And now let's head into my Discord. All right, now we are in the Discord. As you can see right here, this is my own personal trading Discord. It is just a community that I'm building. I just want to make it a safe community where anybody could come in here and ask questions. I am trying to get it active. There's a lot of people. As you can see up here where it says free Discord, there's currently 60 people in the free Discord, and I want everybody just to talk at all times. Just keep it active. Ask questions if you're asking questions. There's a lot of new people that are coming in recently, so if you're in here, make sure you go ahead and check it out. If you want to be a part of the premium, as you can see up here, we have 3 people already a part of the premium Discord, and the way that you can join is just hitting the join now, join premium down here, and it will have all the stuff that you really need in terms of knowing how to get in and the pricing and all that stuff. Also, my one-on-one calls and what I think is actually the best way to progress as a trader is in there as well. So if you want to learn from me and learn how I view the markets, you could always check out the free Discord, and then if you want to join, hop in there. You don't have to join my one-on-one calls. You don't have to join my premium Discord. All that I ask is that if you do join the free Discord, just be active in it and have good vibes. That's basically it. You're gonna be watching this on Monday, so when you're watching this, hopefully you didn't trade too much or too heavily on this day, because we closed early due to Martin Luther King Day. Apart from that, the link is down in the description for the Discord, and it is always in my Instagram stories on my actual Instagram account itself. And like I said, just join and just talk. We're just trying to build a good community in here of good, well-rounded traders. Doesn't matter what you trade, really. We're just trying to make sure that everybody gets better and that we can take some constructive criticism. Apart from that, let's head into this week and talk about what ended up happening. Okay, so this is what the week ended up looking like. We had a Monday low of week all the way up to a Friday high of week, and if I'm being 100% honest, I had a horrible week. I am in a slump right now. I haven't won a trade since last Monday, if I am not mistaken. I ended up blowing the funded account challenge. I'm gonna buy another one this week, and I'm working very hard just on my actual over risking and over trading. So I've actually started tracking it as well, and I'll show you right now. As you can see right now, on Tuesday I had a very bad day, and on Tuesday I sent it in my Discord, and I try to be as transparent as possible, especially when you're going through these slumps, because you're gonna go through them in trading. It's just part of trading, but that's why you have your risk management in place. So on Tuesday I sent a screenshot. I think I lost $700 on a trade or something like that, and that's way too much above what I like to risk on any given day, especially for the funded account challenges. So I sent it in there, and somebody said something. Shout out to Vinny. He actually said this. He's in my Discord. He said, you got to respect yourself more. And obviously I knew that, but when he said it, it kind of, I don't know, made me realize it even more. So this is where this came from. After that night, I came in here and I created this, and it's a simple way. You know, we have these trackers for our actual trades and see if you have a green or a red day. I want to track my actual risk management. I want to track the days that I actually followed it and the days that I didn't. This week I went 3 for 5, and you know, I didn't win on any of these days, but at least I followed my rules on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now next week, if I keep this up and I keep following my risk management, building good habits, by the time that I'm out of this slump, my wins are always going to eat up my losses. So this is just part of the game. I just want to make sure that I am building good habits at the end of the day. So, you know, I'm actually going to reset this right now, and it's very simple. Like I said, you could go ahead and create this yourself, but this is what I'm going to be paying attention to instead of paying attention to my P&L. And obviously that's important. I want to pay attention to if I'm winning or losing a lot. I need to pay attention to the actual risk management, which is the most important part to me, as well as, you know, I'll explain it once we get deeper into the video. But let's get back into this week's trades, and honestly they're all on my Instagram, and I'll just explain it once we get to the day. So let's just start with Monday. So as you can see here, Monday I actually almost hit my TP, if I'm not mistaken. I took a short on Monday right here, as you could see. I believe it was on the 1 minute. I took a short at the open and my TP got edged. This is the trade that I took. I was targeting this low right here, which was the London low. Ended up being a really good entry. You know, I got in basically at the CE of this bearish fair value gap, had an opportunity to take profits maybe below this low or even this low, but I didn't. We ended up turtle swooping that 1 minute and then came all the way back up. On it, Monday was a pretty shitty day, if I'm being 100%. We had really no news on Monday, but as you can see, we ended up having a long later on. As you can see, there was a long opportunity later on in the day that kind of ended up playing out, but all this in here was just pure accumulation to take this move higher, as you see. So either way, that's what ended up happening on Monday. I can't talk too much about it. Like I said, it was a pretty simple trade. We came up and manipulated above, sweeping that buy side liquidity. Okay, now that I'm actually paying attention to it, I don't think I took the short right there. If I'm checking correctly, I think I took the short here. Yep, it was right here in this spot inside this 1 minute fair value gap at 932 to be exact. And we had an SMT up here, if you could see here on the other side. We ended up taking out this high on ES, and I took the trade from here, and I was targeting this low, but as you can see, we ended up hitting this 15-minute wick and then turning around and going up to buy side. And then later on there was an opportunity to buy a couple times, and then we had this big trade later on. But yeah, I took the wrong. I think I was just back testing another short, but this was the short that I took from here down, and then I was about to hit TP right here and ended up missing out on it, but it's okay. Let's head back to Tuesday now, because Tuesday a pretty interesting trade actually ended up setting up. So we had, I believe, CPI. We had news at 8:30 on Tuesday, and as you can see, we had this really big wick. See there? But so Tuesday I was actually taking longs in here, trying to come up to these highs, because I thought they were gonna end up being equal highs and gonna be a fake SMT, because I thought there was an SMT as well, but the SMT actually ended up holding. But I was taking shorts in here. I think it was a short here that I took, and then it came up and took me out. And then I took another short. Once again, it's on my Instagram. Make sure you go and check it out there. But the actual play that ended up hitting was very, very how do I put it, accurate is the best way that I can put it, is this right here. And this is something that I'm gonna be kind of implementing to my weeks when we have CPI. If it's not the actual high but the wick, as you can see, the 5-minute wick, we ended up generating liquidity right here, right under the 5-minute wick. We come back up, tap the 5-minute wick, and I believe there was also an SMT. That was the best entry that could have been taken on that day. Say the short was right at the wick, and then you could have had your stop above the actual high of the news, and it would have been a 16-point stop, barely risking anything. You could have easily been targeting the lows right below the news candle, or this actual low down here for a 10R. As you could see, it was a pretty amazing risk to reward trade, and if you pay attention and taking it with a couple contracts, let's say for example 5 contracts, you're risking 165 to make $1,700. So I didn't recognize it until then, but if you wanted to get even more accurate, to have an even more dictatable or a more accurate entry with less of risk, which is, you know, at that point that is minimal risk, you shouldn't really be worried too much about it. But I will talk about this right here, because it's crazy how somebody saw this and I just had to pay attention to it, and I was like, damn, that was some masterful stuff. have, but this actual wick right here, as you could see, to the tick. It doesn't get any better right here. You have some generated liquidity with these two highs right under the actual CE of that wick. Come up, take it out, take out this high. I'm not too sure if they put an SMT right here, but that is the short. You could have easily, like I said before, taken this, and this is extreme accuracy at the wick with a actual 10-point stop, and then had the same target, and you would have been risking about $100 for $1,700. There you go, risking $100 to make $1,700. That is the type of trading that you can do, and it is possible. My eye hasn't adjusted to it yet, and honestly, having to switch the way that I've been trading, I think that's what has been causing me to be in a slump. So I'm gonna just head back to my roots and keep trading how I've been trading with my confluences, how I usually do. But yeah, there's no point in me, trying to learn a whole new process when I already know how to trade. I don't need to go back and mess myself up because I want to be more accurate. At the end of the day, if I get winning trades, that's all that I really have to care about, and that's all that I do care about. Yeah, that's the day that we ended up having on Tuesday, and as you can see, Tuesday was also another just big buying opportunity right here with this short, because the high that was being targeted was the high from last Friday. So you could see, taking the low, respecting, and we boom. So Wednesday wasn't too much. There was an opportunity Wednesday that I believe I just got stopped out early, if I'm not mistaken, but let me just double check on Wednesday just to see what I ended up doing. Oh yeah, I remember Wednesday was bad. Wednesday was horrible for me. I was trying to do the same thing on Wednesday that I was doing that could have been done on Tuesday just because it was a news candle, but that didn't make sense. The higher time frames was pointing to other things, and I understand it. I get it now. I completely get it. But as you can see, we kind of dumped at 930, probably the best entry that could have been taken that day. Hey, we'll go into the let's see what the 5-minute is looking like. But I want you guys to use these videos kind of like as a back testing session with me, because that's kind of what I do it for, really, if I'm being 100% honest. But as you can see right here, I think I took a short right here. That makes no sense. Why would they come up this high to take a short after all we did on the higher time frame? I need to focus more on paying attention to the higher time frame and then just aligning the higher time frames with the smaller time frames, because there's no point for us to come lower. And look at these wicks. Do I really think that we're gonna come lower if we leave wicks like this at this point when we started moving up high like that? Not really. But let's see the 1 minute. Let's see how the 1 minute looks on Wednesday. Wednesday was pretty tight. You didn't have to really have too much of a big trade Wednesday, but had a turtle soup of the 930s, and then we start pushing up with aggression. Honestly, this 940 candle probably would have been the best entry, but there's these fair value gaps down lower, and I don't know what you would have been targeting, honestly, because at the end of the day, let's see with the last manipulation leg for projections. Yeah, I never even got up to the -2.5 until the next day. So it was just a weird play. Maybe if you took a long in here somewhere and then targeted something up higher, maybe that could have been a play on Wednesday. Maybe here at 11 you could have took a long. There, this order block got hit, but it's just not looking good for what I did. I was taking shorts on Wednesday, and yeah, that just didn't make sense. Not at all. I should have just been looking for longs and maybe took it after we inversed one of the fair value gaps on the 1 minute, if I'm being 100% honest, because we had a liquidity sweep and then we had a lot of momentum higher, and then after I realized why we were going up, it made a lot of sense. So you see this fair value gap right here there you go. Had that one straight up ran through. So maybe at this candle I could have entered a long, maybe entered a long here, and then had my stop at the low. Now I don't know what I would have been targeting, but if I'm being honest, I've been trying to be a little bit more conservative with my entries, and up to this high would have been a 1 to 2, maybe target a 1 to 3. Honestly, 1 to 3. You could have got even a 1 to 5, and it would have been good. Can't be too greedy. Can't be sitting here just trying to grab these long moves. Might as well just take what you know is gonna happen, or what you think is more probable to happen, because anything could happen. Could have had come up here and just dumped straight up, yeah, but was that likely? Not really, especially after what we did on the higher time frame. But that is what happened on Wednesday. Let's move on to Thursday. And now Thursday was the day that I actually blew the account. Oh, okay, yeah, I come in, and if you look at the higher time frames, it's pretty clear, right? We were around here in this fair value gap. Don't even get up to CE of that fair value gap. So I was expecting us to head to this high, and I'm still looking for this high. It would have made a lot more sense for us to head lower into this gap before heading higher to that. I should have just been looking for shorts. I was looking for longs on Thursday, but but really the only thing that I saw that was decent was, yeah, right here. We pumped up at 9:30, tag this order block, and then maybe look out for this low or leave it run all the way down to the Fair Valley Gap. But it hit the Fair Valley Gap basically at the end of the day. Either way, looking for longs was not it that day, and as you can see, this is what it ended up looking like. But I was taking longs, should have just been more looking for shorts really, because this right here, this 940 candle was also an opportunity to get in. We had a change of state of delivery. We came back up to the change of state and actually respected it. So you can see something like this could have been taken. Maybe stop above that high and then either target these lows of the low of day right here, which it would have been a 1 to 2, maybe letting it run for a 1 to 3 or something like that, depending on what your risk was. But this was pretty dangerous anyway. You know, could have done something like this, or if you really were gonna leave it run, let it run all the way down. But this was would have been a lot to sit through and a lot of nastiness to sit through, especially through the whole day. But shorts was the way. You know, even a small short would have been good on this day, especially, you know, the 930 short. Like if you took this short right here, this short, this would have been a fire short right here, this, and then have the stop above there, boom, taking that. You didn't even have to target that low. You could have just targeted these lows. 105R right there, gotten out pretty quick, not too much commotion, just came down, you know, generated more sell side, came up to rebalance that inefficiency, and then dumped. You know, even anything else on the smaller time frames, let's see the 1 minute, because I've been trying to just focus on the 1 minute. Here you could see, trying to see what could have been taken on the 1 minute. The target is down there, so I mean, this is soup here. Maybe we had an SMT, I'm not sure. Let's check, let's just check, let's see what it's looking like on Thursday on the 1 minute. Anything inside of there would have been kind of valid, honestly, because this just looked horrendous from here. You can see we kind of came down to that, and then it is an SMT. At the same time, probably the better entry would have been either way. That other entry at 9:30, exactly at 9:30 market open, taking a short. Even pre-market could have had any short from there up to here, letting it run and seeing what happens. But I think I took a long in here that I didn't get to record. I took a long and I watched it go up there, and then boom, took me out. I was like, damn. And then after that, I was taking longs again in here while this was forming, and yeah, didn't end up working out well. Another entry could have been this 1 minute entry there when it came back up. Could have took it, but like I said, I didn't take it, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like, you know, it was pretty visible. I had the wrong bias, and that's the thing. Like when I have the correct bias, banger trades. When I have the wrong bias, I do stupid shit like that. Friday was pretty choppy, but I had the correct idea. If we look right here, I took it on the 1 minute on Friday. We were still bullish. I was bullish on Friday, and we did this all morning session. This was all we did. So I was not anticipating them to just dump it after doing this. No, I was not seeing that at all. So I came in here and I think I took a long, like here, somewhere in here, and then came up here, boom, stopped me out. I think I took just that one long on Friday, and I posted it as well. But later on in the day, I actually came down, took out that low. There was an SMT that set, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Let me show y'all. I had an SMT right there with this low getting taken out on NQ, and ES not taking it out. So we had an SMT there, could have entered off of that SMT. We also had a change in the state, so we had a CISD entry with a fair value gap here. All we needed to do was close a candle right above that CISD, close a candle right above that. We did close the candle above that with an SMT present. So yeah, you can see it there. And there was also higher time frame confirmation on what we could have expected as a target, but honestly the best trade that could have been taken on this day was that. So we set a CISD right there, target stop right below the protected low, because that is the protected low, and then your stop would have been right here for a 1 to 3, or your target would have been right there for a 1 to 3. Why do I have that as my target? Higher time frame. And if you want to learn that, join the Discord. That's all I can say why that would have been the target instead of this high, because as you can see, this high was never hit. You do have, I think we hit the CE of this wick, if I'm not mistaken, so that could have been a target as well. With that generated liquidity right there, that could have been a target easily up to there. But for me, honestly, I would have had this as my target, and it would have been a 1 to 3. That is what should have happened on these days. That is basically all I have to say for this week. Like I said, if you want to follow along with me as I get back in my groove, because one is psychological, two is getting back to what I was doing before that had me profitable. I don't know why I would change it, but yeah, I'm gonna buy another account, and next week we're gonna go at it again. Every live execution is gonna be on my Instagram, so you want to be in tune for that. Thank you so much for watching this video. That's basically all that I have to say for this video. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, LewisVisuals_. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Let me know how your trading week went down in the comments. Let me know if you want to see live executions or live trade breakdowns on this YouTube channel. that's something that I could do as well. Make sure you join the Discord. Link is down in the description. Make sure you check out Tektronix.com. Use my discount code LVFLIP for 10% off. And yeah, I have a lot of things planned out, a lot of things that I'm still learning. But like I said, I have to actually be able to, how do I put it? I have a couple things that I have to still implement, but I'm heading back to my actual roots and getting back to what had me profitable. So let's get back to it. I know everybody wants to have these precision entries and all that stuff, but you have to be trading very small moves, and with that strategy and the amount of, if you're trading E-mini, that's perfectly fine. But if you're trading micros at that point, I'm not saying it's not worth it, but that's just not the type of trader that I am. Like I said, this is a very good trade. I should have been able to take this either way, but you know, either way, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.